everyone, welcome to your weekly guidance reading for this week. I hope everyone is doing well. I've already pulled the cards, as we can see, so I'm just going to dive straight into that. I'm not going to waste any time. So yeah, let's talk about this week. The first thing I want to discuss is I guess a trending theme when I look at the whole spread, or look at the spread as a whole, sorry, is what I'm trying to say. And that is this theme of, partnerships and being better off together. So instead of doing things alone or isolating or, throwing yourself into work, this is really a week of letting all of that shit go and just focusing on your relationships and your partnerships. Or if there is something that you have to do this week that's a responsibility or a chore or a goal or a deadline, it's who can you speak to, who can you partner up with to share that load, who can you unite with in order to get the job done. This is really a week of you're better together, with other humans, connecting, sharing ideas, sharing responsibilities, sharing the load, it's not a good week of, well, it's not so much that it's not a good week of XYZ, it's more the energies are favoring sort of joint ventures and teaming up or partnering up, not necessarily just in love and romance, but even in work, in money matters, in healing matters. Is there someone you can talk to that has good advice, that can heal you, that can help you? So don't just stick to yourself. It's a really promising or favorable week to team up with people, connect with people for a whole variety of different purposes. That's something that I can kind of see across the whole spread, but I will break it down individually now. I probably will get out of breath because I'm super congested and I can't breathe through my nose at the moment. I'm running out of breath really quickly today. So I'm really sorry if that's, terrible for the audio and sounds really bad, but hopefully by next week I'll be breathing normally again. All right. So starting here with these two cards, this is the overall kind of energy or theme for the week. So we had Blossoming Abundance in the reverse position, and we had Angel of Love in the upright position. So starting with this card in the reverse, it's kind of a card that says things related to your material or external abundance are going to potentially slow down, or they're not highly favored this week. And it's don't lose hope or don't lose your positive outlook. Life always moves in cycles and it will come back in, what goes out will come back in and things like that. So try not to get caught up in that. The reason that that's happening, it is to push you into this Angel of Love energy. It's who can you give love to, where can you receive it from, and create, just basically cultivating love in your life, extending love to others, whether it's romantic, platonic, empathetic, sympathetic, whatever kind of love you can give others, but also receive. So it's kind of even when you look at the cards like this, she's sort of looking away from this and she's focusing on matters of the heart, finding harmony in relationships, and creating and embodying more love in her life. So even though there's a bit of a lull or a bit of a low point or a slowing down in a sense in terms of finances or income or some sort of external abundance, your internal abundance is where you should shift and start in that heart space and focus on matters of the heart, connections, sharing ideas, wisdom, knowledge, stories with other people that you trust, forming genuine connections, or just giving time to your genuine connections of all kinds. yeah, I think I'll move on. So these two cards here are for career/study, wherever you're at in your life. We have the Seven of Fire, which says defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground and choose your battles wisely. And we have Unity, traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. So again, it's like there could be some energies where there's the potential to get defensive. But this message to me is kind of like, don't burn bridges, choose your battles. Like, there's probably someone that's better off on your team, or like someone who you could learn a lot from. But if you maybe like, I don't know, pick the wrong battle, or you act quickly without thinking it through, maybe you'll burn a bridge that, you know, potentially could have really helped you move along on your journey. Because like this Seven of Fire says, it's like defend your beliefs and decisions and stand your ground, yes, but choose your battles wisely. So this is like the card of the Hierophant as well. So that would be someone very wise, someone who has done their research, they know their ish. They are very wise, and it's like maybe you're going to pick a battle with the wrong person, and maybe this person, I don't know, they're someone that should be on your team, not against you in any way. But again, like the Seven of Fire can also be a card of like protecting what you've created and like putting up a wall to sort of protect you and your energy. And maybe it's about saying like it's a good week to let down those walls and let others in, because there's definitely some people that can act as a mentor or that really resonate with you, and that you could form not only a friendship with, but who they can, someone who can really teach you a lot. So whether this is work or study, it's like there's someone you can team up with, like there's someone you should let in, or you should let your walls down to this person, because they can really help you. But yeah, again, very similar message of like, yeah, maybe you could do it all by yourself, but you don't have to, and things can happen a bit more quickly and with a lot more positive energy when you team up with this specific person or this group even. So yeah, don't be afraid to, like I said, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. Don't be afraid to join spiritual organizations or any type of group or organization that resonates with your beliefs and your values or your hobbies or something like that. For those that are resonating with the career interpretation, there could be like someone of authority that you kind of, you need to, like, you feel called to defend yourself or something. And it's just like, I don't know, unless they're like downright rude and like a really horrible person, I think that maybe there's a potential for you to get a little bit triggered and misinterpret how they're coming across. Like, I think that maybe what they have to say is actually very valuable and you can learn a lot from them, but maybe if you get defensive or hostile, it's not going to pan out that way. And it's just saying, like, just be careful, like, see what you can learn from this person and don't jump the gun, and don't take things personally. All right, so in terms of prosperity / money, interpret it how you like, we have orphaned in reverse and yang in the upright. So again, orphaned in the upright very isolated, very alone, very withdrawn. In the reverse, it's like lean on other people, seek out other people. If you don't have those people, put action in towards finding your people. If it's money matters, who can you speak to help resolve your situation or to help improve your situation? Like whatever's going on, don't handle it all alone. Like, again, you're better off in unity. Like this is really a week of connecting with other souls, connecting with your people to improve your prosperity and the energy of prosperity in your life. Yang is like a very sort of like action oriented energy. So it's like taking action, and it could be, yeah, like finding your people. It could be on finding help from another person. But yeah, like the key this week is to not try and handle everything on your own. It's like, who can you speak to guide you? Who can you speak to for help? Who can you reach out to for emotional support? Like, don't do it all alone. Do what you need to do to connect with the right people or the right person. Normally I read the prosperity messages from the book for this section, so I will just glance over them because that was like a very intuitive read. So the prosperity message when it's upright, I'll read both, is this card reminds you that you can't be all things to all people. You are not going to be popular with everyone, and that has to be okay with you. Be clear about your mission, your brand, your work persona, and your contribution to the world, as these must be based on what you authentically have to offer, not something you think will sell or you perceive they may want. You will attract abundance by being completely yourself. Stay in your own lane, that's where you will shine and where you will experience prosperity. So authenticity is also another meaning of this card in the upright, and then in the protection position, the reverse. The shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you've formed and make a decision to heal the past. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect to others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you, let it. So yeah, again, perhaps the reason that you tend to like keep everything to yourself and not seek help is maybe this fear of abandonment or rejection or being disappointed. And it's just saying like, don't fear connection, don't fear relationships. And that's of all kinds. That's not just in love. And then Yang in the upright for prosperity. Projects, partnerships, and all matters relating to your business are out of the obstacle phase and onto the make it happen phase. Now is the time to stake your claim and get things done. While you can expect to be busier than usual, this card tells you that you have all the energy and vitality you need to accomplish your goals. Abundance is waiting for you to claim it. So again, partnerships is another key word there. So I feel like joining up with someone or teaming up with someone, whether it's to start a business or just whether it's to just do something for your business or to create something, like partnerships, teamwork is a real theme, leaning on other people. And again, although you might not be seeing a lot of the physical abundance come through, you're working towards it, and that teamwork or that effort that you put in will come back to you. excuse me. Okay, so we're going to get into the love section. So singles have a wonderful card for this week, the 10 of Water. So the most sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? The most, I guess, basic meaning of this card for this week would be to say that like there's a lot of love like in you and around you. There's a lot of harmony and like just good vibes within your family. So like if you've got a child or children or pets or whatever, it's like there's going to be a lot of love, a lot of good vibes between you guys. Or if this is your family, like parents, siblings, and close friends and community, it's like there's a lot of love around you. You're attracting a lot of genuine people. But then also it's a card of like a wish fulfillment or like a happily ever after. And like it says here, blessings. So I definitely want to get a little clarification to see if there might be anything happening in the romantic sort of part of your life, or if this is just purely like family and friends type love. Okay, so singles love life this week. We've got the 10 of Water. What's happening in their love life this week that is creating all of this harmony, blessings? All right, we've got the 4 of Swords. So you could be recovering from something or healing from something this week, like really letting something go. You could be spending a lot of time sort of like in introspection, because the 4 of Swords is like chilling out, meditating, getting enough rest, clearing your mind, and really like recovering and letting go, healing. The Star, so again, healing, but the Star can also be another card for wish fulfillment. So with the 10 of Water and the Star, what's the wish fulfillment? Ooh, we have a King of Cups. So it could definitely be like an internal thing that you're healing, like overcoming something or letting go of something or recovering from something and healing, and then like a wish come true. Now I'm jumping to the other meaning that's coming through. Hold on. So in like more of an introspective way, the King of Cups can represent like emotional mastery and like self-mastery to an extent. So this could definitely be like an internal thing, and this healing process and this level of emotional mastery that you're reaching could be what's like sort of generating and attracting all of this like love energy and all of these good vibes. Purely because that could be the energy that you're getting into with all of this healing. But the King of Cups could definitely be someone that you're kind of meeting this week or very soon, like as a result of all the healing. Time's fluid and everyone's path is a little bit different, but it's kind of like saying this week things are in the works to bring through this King of Cups energy. That could be, I'm strongly getting Scorpio with the King of Cups, but I want to say any water sign, and also the Star is Aquarius, so any of those sun or rising placements, yeah, you could definitely be coming into contact with the Six of Pentacles, underneath. That's like an equal partnership. It's like, you know, being blessed, a blessing being bestowed upon you. It's also like having enough wealth to like give and share with others. So in terms of your emotional world, like you could be in such a good place that you have a lot of empathy and a lot to give other people, whether it's like a charity or cause close to your heart, whether it's to other people, you're in like a generous giving energy. And that doesn't have to be just like money, but resources of any kind, like wisdom, help, advice, time. They're also resources that we can give others. So yeah, it's like your cup's going to be so full that it'll be overflowing with energy and resources to give to others over the next week. And then it looks like some of you will be meeting this King of Cups energy. And it's like as much as you have to give, they'll be able to match that. And it's like you'll both be able to like reciprocate the energy and resources that you're giving one another. It's a very equal, balanced partnership, very like long-term potential. Yeah, that's literally like the ideal connection for those of you that are about to meet someone. Pretty good reading to get. All right, so we'll go into up in the air connections, or like situationships. So like if you don't really know what's going on, say you've had an argument and you're not really on speaking terms right now, or you're just like in this non-committal phase, we have the card of transformation. So we have realization, life change, and liberation. So realization and liberation make me think that this week you have that realization of like, it's almost like we can see here that this hourglass, this time, it's going to run out, and sooner or later this is going to come crashing down. So it's like acknowledging that time is running out and choosing to make the change before the universe makes it for you in like a more harsh way. So it's like choosing to leave this structure before it gets brought to the ground by this storm. And it's like the angels are kind of like, this could be like your angels, spirit guides, ancestors. It's like they're holding your hand through this and leading you away to liberate yourself before it gets messy. So a lot of you, I think, are going to have this realization, and it has a lot to do with your spiritual team that's around you. They're trying to help you and guide you and lead you away from this situation. Literally to liberate yourself, free yourself in order to create space for something better. I'm actually noticing that we have 5, 5, 10, 10. So you could be seeing sort of any rendition of those numbers. So 55 or 555, and then 10, 10. I've been seeing 511 a lot lately, and that could be like 511 if you cancel out the zeros. We have a couple of 7s. We've got the 7 of fire, and 1 and 6 makes 7, so 77 or 777. So quite a few number synchronicities popping out today. So let's clarify this transformation card for situationships or up in the air connections, and just confirm that we've got everything there. Wow. 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. And the Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's like acknowledging Hermit's on the bottom. So it's like acknowledging that, you know, this is not your happily ever after. And then like following your heart even if that means going into hermit mode and being alone, because you're not going to settle for something that's almost there. It's like knowing in your heart that there's something better for you and being willing to make the change to go and get exactly that. And it's like there's this hidden blessing that comes out of going, you know, being alone for a little while. So yeah, it really is, to me, it's like not settling for this anymore, following your heart, knowing that there's something better out there for you, and definitely being rewarded with that something better down the line. This is really just like a card of like listening to your heart this week. Again, like whatever's not working out is trying to encourage you to look within and listen to your heart. And that's what the Knight of Cups is all about, is about listening to and following your heart. Moving away from something that's just not, it's not quite hitting the way it should. Like it's just not, something's missing or something's not right. This is just not your happily ever after. And yeah, going to get that. All right, and now we have, for those of you in already official relationships and connections, we have the 8 of Water coming out. So this is all about searching, empowerment, fulfillment. So what this is kind of telling, so some of you, this is going to resonate differently for different people because it kind of depends where your relationship is at. So like if you guys are all good and everything's good, this is like an internal call that's pulling you towards like discovering your purpose or doing something meaningful with your life. So it might be like you notice this niggle where it feels like you're meant to do more in your life, or it's like you're getting this urge to figure out like, why am I here? What am I doing here? What am I meant to create? What am I meant to do? What is my purpose? And it's like feeling like you're not quite fulfilled. And that's not to say like you're not fulfilled in your relationship. It's like everything there could be totally fine. But now there's this like call from within you, but what am I meant to do? What am I meant to be? Where's my place in the world? And it's almost like, yeah, this little pull to do some soul searching, to start figuring out what matters to you, what lights you up, what you're passionate about, and really putting energy into doing something with that. And then if your relationship hasn't been going so well and you've been struggling a little bit, this could potentially be a week of deciding like, I can't do this anymore. There's got to be something better out there for me, and taking the first steps towards moving on and letting go. Because this can definitely be a card of like, you know, all these cups are all spilt over. It's like there's no stability left here. Everything's been tipped on its side, and it's basically just saying like there's nothing left here, I need to move on. And that's a very spiritually guided journey. So either way, however that resonates for you, it's a very spiritually guided journey, and it's like listen to your heart and intuition and it will lead the way. So whether that's lead the way to your purpose, lead the way to leaving this connection, however that resonates for you, listen to your heart and it will lead you. It will lead the way. I'll pull some cards for you guys as well, just so that we're fair with all collectives. Just see if there's any other advice. Any other advice for people in a relationship? So we've got the Star and the Sun. Yeah, so that's like, yeah, really following your inner light, choosing your happiness. We even have the Moon underneath the deck actually as well. So the Star, the Sun and the Moon. So it's like the first thing that makes me think of those three together is almost like the entire universe aligning, like the stars, the sun, and the moon all coming together to help you or guide you on this next part of your journey. But I also think the moon is like, to a certain extent, it's about like sort of like facing your emotions, being honest with yourself, or even just like doing some sort of really deep self-reflection, trying to get to know yourself more intimately in order to find that purpose or that that thing that you have to offer the world. But yeah, it's all about like choosing your happiness, tuning into your intuition, and sort of committing to that path, because you deserve to feel that level of happiness that comes from like tuning into your purpose and discovering why you're here and how you can contribute to the world. The sun with the moon is making me think like inner child, and then like some deep reflection about like childhood and connecting to your inner child, because often something or a few things from our childhood will come together and have an influence or sort of lead you to your purpose. It's all very connected. But then again, it could be about sort of like, for the people where it's like it's time to walk away from a relationship, it's like facing your emotions, being honest with yourself, feeling what you need to feel, but then taking the steps that you need to take to choose yourself and to choose your happiness. But yeah, very big cards. So it's like a very transformational week, I think in general. Yeah, we have transformation, a very, very transformational week. Doesn't matter how you resonate, whether you're single, connected, not connected, study, career, whatever, it's a very transformational week for sure. Whether that's transformational for your inner world or transformational in your outer world will be different for everybody, but transformation is a big, big theme. So we are going to read the transformation card now from the book. I'll just have a quick drink. So this is the personal or spiritual growth message for the week. So the keywords up here: transformation, spiritual awareness. So again, tuning into your intuition and your heart and letting that be your guide this week. All right, so scepters are very powerful crystals because they are actually two crystals in one, with one crystal having grown around the other. The main crystal penetrates deep into the other crystal, which represents getting to the core of the issue. Thus, scepters are a great tool for allowing one to get to the root cause of an issue and make the necessary changes to rectify it, which makes any scepter a powerful tool for spiritual awareness and transformation. It is also an excellent aid in energy work, as they are strong at generating and amplifying energy because they combine their energy and work together. This particular scepter is quartz and amethyst. Amethyst has long been a stone of the mind, so it will help with organizing your thoughts to gain a deeper understanding of any issue you may be working with. This can indicate a time to look more deeply within to find what truly is the underlying issue. Related to your third eye chakra, it gives you insight. There is a bigger picture involved here that starts from inside. Great transformation always happens when we turn to the internal factors and decide that we truly have the strength to look at ourselves. Meditation is a good place to start. Still your mind and let your soul guide you. Oh, I love it when the message just like reiterates everything that we've been pulling through in the reading. Like that just, it always brings me so much joy to like see it come out in a book, like everything that we've been intuitively picking up or from certain guidebooks, like with the prosperity message. It all comes out and is like summarized in that message. It's part of one of my favorite parts of this reading. And then we've got the honeybee, the divine feminine, you're being called on to rise. So the honeybee is the spirit animal guide that's strongly guiding the collective. And we're going to read the honeybee's message. So it's on page 43, which is another 7. Because we're getting 7s as well. So this says, when I first asked the honeybee to sit with me, it showed me a beautiful pink rose, the symbol of the divine feminine. The bee was insistent that the rose featured on this card. The rose works with the honeybee to activate your heart gently, to let the energetics of the bee's honey into your heart to coat it with the love you need. The honeybee moves from flower to flower, passing on its healing messages, a messenger of the plant world, leaving trails of light where it flies. They are so important in our ecosystems for much more than we understand in the physical earthly sense. The honeybee and relatives hold subtle vibrations by creating channels of energy for light to move through. They work closely with the elemental realms to bring the light onto our planet. They weave it through webs around our land. If you pull this card, you are asked to look at all the ways you let the light into yourself, your heart, your space. Shine a light on all you see. Sending healing light is powerful and can be done simply by holding the person or place you want to heal in pure light. There is a multitude of higher vibration light hitting the earth that you can welcome in. The great wave of light that comes to each from 2020 onwards brings strength, embodiment, alignment, and empowerment. Welcome its light and the grand central sun Helios to shine down on you today. Let Mary Magdalene guide that light into the pink rose that is your heart. Geez, my voice was starting to kind of like, I don't know if you guys could hear it or if it was more of like an intuitive thing that I was feeling. But that message felt so powerful, my voice started to like shake, and it almost felt like, even though I have no physical tears or no physical feelings of tears, like energetically it feels like I was about to like almost cry because of that power. That just felt like a really, really powerful message to come through at this time. So yeah, even if you need to sort of rewind and just sit with that message again, like I think it's worth doing so, because I'm even starting to shake. Yeah, that was a powerful and important message, that honeybee. Whew. All right, so we're now going to find the notable or significant day of the week. Okay, so we have Venus, which is Friday. So there could be something quite significant about Friday, whether it's a lucky day or just the most significant day of the week. Take it as it resonates when the time comes. Last week we got the lucky day or the significant day of the week was Sunday, and we won our grand final yesterday. Woo! So that's how it resonated for me. Let me know how it resonated for you guys for last week as well, if anything significant happened on your Sunday. So this is the self-care task that's going to be assigned for this week. I'd also love to hear from you if you do this task and if you appreciate it being brought out each week. I would love to know how many people actually use it. What a shock, we have the card Meditate. So we have had that message of sort of like introspection and going within coming through a lot throughout the reading. So I'm not surprised that it's Meditate that's come out. And we'll read it from the book. Okay, so find a comfortable seat in a quiet place and close your eyes. As you sit in stillness, listen as you inhale and exhale, and allow your mind to settle so you can take a journey inward and upward. Meditation can be that simple. Although there are many approaches, the main goal is to empty the mind and become an observer of your thoughts, allowing them to enter and leave without attachment, labeling, or judgment. Starting with just 5 minutes in the morning or the evening can lay the foundation for a daily meditation practice and create significant shifts in perspective. As you begin to see the benefits, you can go more in depth with your practice, incorporating guided meditations, breathwork, or classes in different modes of meditation to see which resonates with you the most. A journal prompt that you can journal about this week is: what blocks, real or imagined, prevent you from meditating? What practical steps can you take toward removing these blocks? And if you're interested, a little mantra for the week that you can keep saying to yourself is, I am at peace. So that is your weekly guidance reading for this week, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.